A very good morning, 7th class. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Students, today we will start our next chapter, and this is the part of the history. Social change in the medieval period. Okay, or here is a given some learning objectives that we will read in this chapter. So, what are these? The first one is who are Adivasis? Then, sources of tribal history, tribal groups of India, their occupations and nomadic culture, then contribution of Adivasis and Adivasis and Vedic culture. Okay, so now let's start the chapter. Students, India has one of the largest tribal populations in the world and second only to Africa. It is estimated that there are around 77 million tribal in India. Most of them are in Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and the northeast, and they are also in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. In mainland India, tribals are known as Adivasis. Okay, means in every country there exists a group of people whose ancestors, उनके पूर्वज, were the earliest inhabitants or settlers of the country, and these indigenous people are called Adivasi. Okay, so students, the term Adivasi is derived from Hindi word. कहाँ से लिया गया है? Derived from Hindi word. Okay, Hindi word. What Hindi word? Adi. And Adi means the earliest time. It means earliest time. Got it? Earliest time or the from the beginning. And Vasi meaning inhabitant or resident. और resident mean जहाँ हम रहते हैं, that place also known as residence. So Adivasi. So Adivasi is the collective name. It is the collective name used for many indigenous people of India. This is a collective name used for for what? Indigenous people of India and the communities of Adivasis communities group the communities of Adivasi are called tribes. Okay. अगर इन्होंने किसी जगह का, लार्जर एरिया का अपना ठिकाना बना लिया रहने का, तो ये बहुत लंबे सालों तक, लंबे समय तक वहाँ पर रहने लग जाते हैं. When the Indo-Aryans invaded India 3000 years ago, some indigenous people mingled and settled down with them. Many of them were, however, pushed into the remote hilly or forested areas where they continue to stay even today. Now here we talking about medieval society. Medieval time period also given here. Medieval society. And medieval society was also two kinds. It means it shows the Adivasis and Vedic culture. Adivasi and Vedic culture, कि उनका कल्चर कैसा था. हम लोग यहाँ आदिवासी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, और ये कहाँ कहाँ रहते हैं, और इनका जीवन जीने का ढंग कैसा है, और ये and the Adivasi, the word where come from and what is the meaning of Adivasi. Okay, or here the Adivasi and Vedic culture means that time the medieval society was also two kind. Medieval society was also two kind. Listen carefully. First one is a caste based or Vedic society. Caste based, या हम इसको बोल सकते हैं वैदिक सोसाइटी. वैदिक, वेदों की जहाँ बात की जाती है. ओके, और वेदों की बात कब की जाती है? जहाँ ब्राह्मण्स होते हैं और सोसाइटी में कास्टिज्म होता है. और उस टाइम जितने भी ब्राह्मण्स थे उन्होंने सोसाइटी में कुछ रूल्स प्रिस्क्राइब किए थे, उसको अकॉर्डिंग उसको फॉलो करना पड़ता था. ओके, सो सेकंड ऑल्सो देयर द ट्राइबल सोसाइटीज़, और जिसको हम आदिवासीज भी कह सकते हैं. द ट्राइबल सोसाइटीज़ ऑल्सो वी कैन सी आदिवासीज. Got it. Now, a caste based or Vedic society, it was divided into varnas or castes. It also divided into varna and varna, और इसको हम बोल सकते हैं वर्ना और कास्ट. Students, in class 6th we have learned about varna system or caste system, which made the social structure complex. Okay, very complex. How? Because it comprised the Brahmins at the top of the hierarchical order, followed by the Kshatriya, Vaishyas and Shudra at the bottom, and the practice of untouchability also, and all the rules prescribed by the Brahmins. Okay, their rules prescribed by the whose? Brahmins. Okay. Now, the second type of the tribal society or Adivasis, it means there were, however, outside the caste system. This is the outside of the caste system. No casteism. Okay, and they did not follow the rules prescribed by the Brahmins. Did not follow. Rules prescribed by the Brahmins, and the tribes were divided into clans or family. Also this is divided into clans, या जिसको हम family बोल सकते हैं, which descended from a common ancestor. Okay, so each clan had its own chief. इनके अपने own chief होते थे. Okay, and set of rules and custom which the members of the clans followed. जितने भी कस्टम और सिस्टम होते थे इस ग्रुप में, वो के सारी क्लेन्स उसको फॉलो करती थी. ओके, एंड वन मोर थिंग स्टूडेंट्स, जो ट्राइबल सोसाइटी थी वर नॉट इंटीग्रेटेड इनटू हिंदू कास्ट सोसाइटी. हिंदू कास्ट and though society permitted trade with the social and culture exchange with Adivasi was not encouraged. Okay, and these tribal societies lived a secluded life. Okay, so they मतलब cut off from the mainstream Indians for thousands of years. They usually lived in forest. Where they lived? In forest. Deserts or hilly areas. Okay, hilly areas which were difficult to access, जहाँ पर पहुँचना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, and this helped them in maintaining their identity. Okay, और ये यहाँ रहते थे, ये तो क्या मेंटेन हो पाता था, क्योंकि आदिवासी वहाँ रहना ज़्यादा पसंद करते हैं जहाँ पर कोई रोक टोक ना हो, और वो जो आम सोसाइटी जो जनरल रूप से रह रहे होते हैं उनसे काफ़ी दूर वो रहना पसंद करते हैं. सो इससे क्या हेल्प होती है? हेल्प मेंटेनिंग देयर आइडेंटिटी. ओके, दूर रहने से, एंड रिटेनिंग देयर डिस्टिंक्टिव लैंग्वेज एंड प्रिजर्विंग देयर कल्चर, देयर सोशल, रिलीजियस एंड कल्चरल प्रैक्टिसेस. यहाँ पर रहना मतलब क्या चाहते थे वो? मेंटेनिंग करना, मेंटेन. What maintaining? Their identity. Retaining. Their and retaining their distinctive language. And preserving their, what preserving? प्रिजर्व, क्या चीज़ों को संभाल के रखना चाहते थे? प्रिजर्विंग देयर culture and social religious बोले या cultural practices. Cultural practices. Okay, so means and preserving their cultural practices, culture, social and religious. So now here we are talking about the sources of tribal history. मतलब ट्राइबल जितने भी आदिवासी थे उनकी हिस्ट्री का हमें कैसे पता चला, क्या सोर्सेस थे. सो not much is known about the origin and history of the various tribes of India because क्यों नहीं है उनके बारे में. origin देखो, origin जहाँ से वो उनकी उत्पत्ति हुई. ओके, एंड हिस्ट्री, ओरिजिन और हिस्ट्री का पता लगाने के लिए जितनी भी वेरियस ट्राइब्स थी उनका हमारे पास कोई भी सफिशिएंट रिकॉर्ड नहीं है. ओके, बिकॉज लैक ऑफ sufficient archaeological data. It means not much is known about the origin or history of the various tribes of India because we lack of sufficient archaeological data. Moreover, the tribal keeps themselves isolated from the rest of the people. मतलब वो अपने आप को छुपाए रखते थे. And they do not encourage outsider to enter their community. और जितने भी बाहर से जो आउटसाइडर जो उनको जानने की कोशिश करते थे वो उनको क्या करते थे, डू नॉट एनकरेज, वो अपनी कम्युनिटी में उनको नहीं आने देते थे. सो देयर हैबिटेट्स जो होता था, जितना भी आवाज़ था, और ऑल्सो इनएक्सेसिबल, बहुत ही दुर्लभ था, कठिन था वहाँ जाना. सो दे प्रिजर्व देयर हिस्ट्री एंड रिच कस्टम्स बाय पासिंग दैम on from one generation to another through the oral traditions. Okay, it means जो उनकी हिस्ट्री और रिच कस्टम थे, अपनी हिस्ट्री से रिलेटेड जितनी भी बातें थी या जितने भी उनके कस्टम्स होते थे वो हमेशा कैसे अपनी जनरेशन, मतलब एक जो जनरेशन थी वो आगे किस तरह से पहुंचाती थी. ओरल ट्रेडिशन होते थे, मतलब मुंह से ही, मुंह जबानी, कोई उनके रिटर्न रिकॉर्ड नहीं थे. ओके, रिटर्न रिकॉर्ड नहीं थे उस चीज़ के. एंड हिस्टोरियंस आर नाउ ट्राई, अब जो हिस्टोरियंस हैं, जो इनके सोर्सेस का पता लगाने के लिए, कि जितने भी हिस्टोरियंस हैं, हिस्टोरियंस कौन होते हैं, जो हिस्ट्री का पता लगाते हैं, जितने भी रिटर्न रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं वहाँ से उनको पता चलाता है वो क्या कर रहे हैं, ट्राइंग टू रिकंस्ट्रक्ट देयर हिस्ट्री, रिकंस्ट्रक्ट reconstruct their history with the help of these oral tradition. Okay, now some of the tribal groups in India are, we see in the Indian map, ट्राइबल ग्रुप्स इन इंडिया आर, सो ट्राइब्स, फर्स्ट वन हम नॉर्थ डायरेक्शन में देखते हैं, नॉर्थ वेस्ट डायरेक्शन, विच ट्राइब इज देयर, बलूची ट्राइब, ओके, एंड इन द हिल्स नॉर्थ ऑफ झेलम, झेलम रिवर यहाँ से निकलती है, तो ये नो हिल्स नॉर्थ डायरेक्शन में है, कौन कौन सी है, विच, गुर्जर्स, खोखर्स एंड also the few tribals are also found here that side. Then Rajasthan, Banjaras are also found here that side, okay, and in Maharashtra, Gujarat and Karnataka में कौन सी है, Bhils, College in where, Gujarat, also here parts Maharashtra and Karnataka also. Then this is the area known as गोंडवाना, और ये है छत्तीसगढ़, यहाँ पे मध्य प्रदेश ऑल्सो, महाराष्ट्र एंड आंध्र प्रदेश, here found Gonds, okay, and Mundas and Santhal, the tribals groups were in Odisha, Jharkhand and Bengal. Ahoms tribal were in Assam. Now here we are talking about the occupation. It means जो earlier आदिवासीज थे lived a nomadic life for a hunter gatherers. Nomadic life means they move one place to another place in searching of food. एंड जो ट्राइबल सोसाइटी थी, जो सेकेंड ट्राइबल सोसाइटी टुडे आजकल क्या कर ली है, प्राइमरली डिपेंड ऑन एग्रीकल्चर, ओके, डिपेंड ऑन एग्रीकल्चर एंड दे प्रैक्टिस झूम और शिफ्टिंग कल्टिवेशन. इट मीन्स द क्लियर अ पार्ट ऑफ फॉरेस्ट, वो बाय बर्निंग द वेजिटेशन, जो फॉरेस्ट का जो पार्ट होता है उसको जलाकर साफ कर देते हैं, फॉर व्हाट, कल्टीवेशन के लिए. वहाँ पे द एश ऑफ वॉज बर्न्ट वेजिटेशन सर्व अ मैन्योर टू मेक द सोयल फर्टाइल. जैसे सोयल क्या होती है, फर्टाइल होती है, और वो क्या करते हैं, दे यूज क्लियर पैच ऑफ फॉरेस्ट ऑफ कल्टीवेशन. एंड नाउ the land is jointly owned and dividing into among of the members of the tribe for cultivation. It means after a few years when the soil loses its fertility, they move to new era. It means जब तक वहाँ फर्टिलिटी रहती है ज़मीन पर, वो क्या करते हैं, कल्टीवेशन करते हैं. जब फर्टिलिटी कम हो जाती है तो वो जगह छोड़ के दूसरी जगह चले जाते हैं. It means the majority of the tribals depend on forest produce for their livelihood. It means, for example, collecting of tendu leaf used for the production of bidi. It means cigarettes. And tribes like Ahirs and Todas and pastoralists, they rear animals to earn their livelihood by selling meat or milk. And the pasture land of the area are jointly owned. अब नोमैडिक जो ग्रुप्स थे मेक अ लिविंग एज साल्ट ट्रेडर्स, जगलर्स, डांसर, फॉर्चून टेलर्स एंड आयुर्वेदिक हीलर्स और स्टोरी टेलर, स्नेक चार्मर्स, एनिमल्स डॉक्टर एंड टैटूइस्ट. grindstone makers, basket maker or bajigar known as acrobats. And some tribals are skilled craftsmen. They earn their living by selling their handicrafts, pottery or colorful embroidery. They make robes, reeds, straw matting and coarse sacks. Some tribals collect honey for the beehive and sell. And then nomadic culture. Nomads means are people who move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. And nomadic pastoralists move over a long distance with their animal. Pastoralist means people who move from one pasture to another with their herd of animals. जो अपने एनिमल्स, जो ग्रुप होता है एनिमल्स का, उसको लेके वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह है मूव करते हैं. ओके, वो बहुत लंबा रास्ता तय करते हैं. दे लिव्ड ऑन मिल्क एंड अदर पास्टोरल प्रोडक्ट्स. आप अपने भी आसपास देखते हैं बहुत से बंजारों को जो कि यहाँ पे अपने साथ में क्या रखते हैं, एनिमल्स रखते हैं और वो क्या करते हैं, जितने भी प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं उनको बेचते हैं. दे ऑल्सो एक्सचेंज वूल, घी etc. with settled agriculturalists for grain, cloth, utensils and other products. They also trade a new necessities like salt and iron which they lacked. And a chain of mobile traders connected India to the outside world. Central Asian traders brought nuts and dry fruit to India. And the Banjara and other traders carried these to local markets. They bought and sold these some goods as they moved from one place to another, transporting them on their animal. Some pastoralists reared and sold animal like cattle and horse, and some itinerant groups such as groups of craftsmen, artisans, entertainers or traditional storytellers travel from place to place and practicing and displaying their skills. These are known as mobile communities. I am again repeating. A group of craftsmen, artisan, entertainer or traditional storyteller travel from place to place practicing and displaying their skills are known as mobile communities. The Banjara were the most important traders, nomad. Okay, their caravan was called tenda, transport again to the city markets. And according to Emperor Jahangir memoir, the Banjara carried grain on their bullock from different areas and sold it in town. They transported food grain for किसके लिए? Mughal army during military campaigns. With a large army, there could be 1 lakh bullocks carrying grain. Though different tribal societies have their own unique characteristics. Now we are talking about tribal societies, and there are some features that are common to most of them. What these are? They have a deep bond of land, means they respect and worship nature, and they depend on nature for most of their needs, and they believe in equality of all members. They share their resources equally among all the members, and they have simple and self-sufficient economic unit. And one more thing, position of a ruler और चीफ, जो उनके रूलर या चीफ होते थे, इज़ नॉट हेरिडिटरी, मतलब उनकी जो जनरेशन से वो नहीं बनेंगे। जो स्ट्रॉन्ग और पावरफुल होता है, जो कम्युनिटी जिसको चुनती है वही बनेगा। एंड मेडिवल जो पीरियड था saw an increase in the interaction of tribal with the non-tribal communities, and different trade routes and network of roads constructed to link different places across the country often crossed through the tribal lands. This resulted in the assimilation of tribal communities into the Hindu society. And with the expansion of agriculture at many places, the forest land was cleared and brought under cultivation. This led to the peasantization of the Adivasis, and agriculture gave them a settled life. The Rajput also owe their origin to various tribal groups like Huns, Chandelas and Chalukya. Many tribes had powerful militia and emerged politically powerful. In Sindh and Multan, Afghan and Baluchis were powerful tribes during the Mughal period. And the Nagas and Ahoms are powerful tribes in the northeast. Okay, and contribution क्या होगा बिन आदिवासीज का? The tribal culture has greatly influenced various aspects of Indian culture. Means एक तो रथ यात्रा festival they celebrated where in Puri was originally a medieval tribal culture, and the practice of vrat known as fast, ancestor worship of fertility gods and goddesses also have tribal origin, and with their extensive knowledge about plants and their medicinal uses, the tribals have contributed a lot of ayurvedas and the practice of crop rotation. And musical instrument like a flute known as bansuri, and dhol means drum, are provided to us by the tribals. Okay, so now this chapter is over. Watch this video attentively and read the chapter. Also one case study also given, that is Gonds. Okay, case study about the Gonds. Gonds are the largest and most powerful tribal community in India. They lived in a vast forested region called Gondwana. Gondwana means the land of the Gonds. Okay, in the easternmost district of Madhya Pradesh. They were first called Gonds. Gonds mean hillman by the Mughal rulers. जो word है Gond comes from the Telugu word Konda. Konda meaning hill. They call themselves Koi, and Gonds mainly live in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, eastern Maharashtra, Odisha and northern part of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and the Gond speak Gondi, an unwritten language of the Dravidian family. Bastar is the largest tribal district of Chhattisgarh, and the Gond of Bastar are the most prominent among them. The Gond kingdom were rich. They exported elephant to Mughal and other kingdom. Akbar wanted to invade Grah Katanga to capture its resources. And the Gond kingdom gradually lost their power. They were defeated by the Maratha, who took over their territories in the 18th century. It came under the British. Okay, so now chapter is over. In next video we will do the question answer of this chapter. So watch this video attentively and read the chapter.